Hello, friends. Are you ready?
What's for dinner?
I'm hungry.
Yum, 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 yum.
Delicious.
Let's go, everybody.
Yay!
Oh, gosh. Am I on?
Yeah. Camera, lights, action.
Hello, everybody. This is Zoe. That's my timer. Don't worry about it. I have a message for you. You're about to watch a video for roasted leg of lamb with potatoes in the oven. Now, I could have left the video as is, but I don't want you guys playing the guessing game. I'm here to cook great recipes, but I'm also here to teach you and to learn myself what maybe I don't know. I could have deleted the recipe and just deleted the video and just redid it. But then I thought, no, I want you to know my mistakes. I want you to know how to problem solve. So the recipe you're about to watch is absolutely fantastic, absolutely delicious. And in the video, I state that you should bake your leg of lamb with your potatoes in the oven for 3 hours covered and half an hour uncovered. That's what the original recipe said. Maybe my stove is just too strong. Maybe there was a typo. So for me, I will never do this recipe again for 3.5 hours. The taste is absolutely fantastic, but my meat dried out a little bit. So what I recommend is, even though I tell you 3.5 hours, please do 2 hours covered, half an hour uncovered. If you want to push it a little bit, do 2.5 hours covered and half an hour uncovered. But 3.5 is way too much. I would go about somewhere in between. I would go about 2 hours and 45 minutes. So do 2 hours and 15 minutes covered and half an hour uncovered. The potatoes I stated in the video that were overdone, they were not. They were good. If you feel that your lamb is done, take it out of the oven, keep it warm, and let your potatoes cook a little longer if they're underdone. Okay? So I just wanted to clear things up. Enjoy the video. Enjoy the recipe. Don't follow the instructions you're going to hear. Follow the ones I just gave you for the baking time. Okay? Love you guys. Enjoy the video. Greek style roasted leg of lamb with potatoes in the oven. Arnaki sto furno με μελωμένες πατάτες. Hello everybody. Welcome to Zoe's Blind Kitchen Corner. Another week, another great recipe. If you need to reach me, zoesblindkitchencorner@gmail.com. Comment in the section below if you're watching this on YouTube. I will always get back to you. If you have any questions or recipe requests, contact me by all means. You can also catch my show on Twitter at Blind Who's, or on the Facebook page Whose Blind Life Is It Anyway, and podcasts through Whose Blind Life Is It Anyway. So today we are doing Greek. Today we are doing lamb in the oven. Baked lamb, roasted lamb with potatoes. This is a meal traditionally served in Greece on major feast days from our church calendar. That's what I mean by feast days. So for example, somebody's name is George and it's the feast day of Saint George, the woman of the house, especially if she has a husband named George or a son named George or whatever the case may be, you know, she may make this because it's a special day. Now, in this day and age, a lot of people also make this, not constantly, but they make it for Sunday dinner or Sunday lunch after church. So this is something considered special. We Greeks are big lamb eaters. I did do a video how we do lamb for Easter on the big, humongous spit. We do a whole lamb. But today we're doing a lamb in the oven. Leg of lamb. Okay, let's get to our ingredients. Right off the bat, right here, our leg of lamb. Try to get something between 1,800 to 2 kilograms. So 1,800 grams or 2 kilograms. Mine happens to be 2 kilograms and 145 grams. So mine is 2145. It's okay. You can kind of somewhere play in there between 1,900 and 2,200. If you're going to go higher than that, you're going to have to increase the rest of the ingredients, okay? Back here we have, of course, we're going to use a tablespoon of oregano, tablespoon of salt, tablespoon of Dijon mustard, couple of pinches of pepper or to taste. We're going to use 4 cloves garlic. We're going to use 50 grams of butter. We're going to use little less than a quarter cup. If you put a quarter cup of olive oil, that's fine. And juice of 1 lemon. That's for the lamb. You're also going to need extra garlic cloves for the lamb, and I'm going to show you what you're going to do with them. You're also going to do potatoes. For the potatoes, you're also going to need a tablespoon of salt, a tablespoon of dried oregano. I've got juice of 2 lemons, and I've also got 3 tablespoons of olive oil. You're going to do a lot of potatoes. This is a big meal. This serves a lot of people. This is good for if you're having guests. 15 potatoes. I actually have 2 bowls. One is here and one is here because they didn't all fit in one bowl, okay? As much garlic as you like for the potatoes. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. It will all be in the ingredients list on YouTube. Use a huge roasting pan. I'm using one of these black, I think these are black, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Black with white little spots.
Black with white little spots. If you describe them to a sighted person, usually you can get them, they're metal, right? Right, they're metal. They're black, they're huge. You can get them at Walmart, you can get them anywhere. We're gonna bake, convect bake, so that usually means air forced fan, convect bake, middle of the oven, 320 degrees Fahrenheit. But I will repeat all these things. So let's get started. I'm going to start off with the potatoes. So I'm just going to push, I'm going to move my lamb aside. I've got, hold on, because I just don't want to mix up my ingredients. I've got my my mini food processor. This is the garlic for the lamb. This is the lemon juice for the lamb. Just leave it there. Okay. This is the butter for the lamb. This is the olive oil. But we need these things. Okay. Oh! Yeah. Zoe just did an accident. That's okay. So, let's start off with our potatoes, okay? So, I'm just going to plug in my mini food processor. All right. It's the lavy. I don't want to drop the lavy. I'm just moving something out of the way, guys. Don't worry. Okay. For our potatoes, let's start off. In your mini food processor, add a tablespoon of kosher salt, okay, yeah, I have to open it first, that's nice, okay, tablespoon of kosher salt, put that aside, you're going to need it for the lamb, you're going to do some pepper, as much as you'd like. I'm going to do 1 pinch, 2 pinches. 2 pinches, good enough. You can always add some to your plate. I'm going to set those aside. We're going to need them. Now, this is lemon juice, I believe. Yeah. This is juice of 2 lemons. We're going to pour this into our food processor. All in. Being clumsy today. We have 3 tablespoons of olive oil, good olive oil. Now, you want to do a little bit more, you can. But remember, your lamb has also some fat on it and butter and olive oil. So pour that in. Push it out with your finger. Okay. Can you hand me a napkin?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Okay. We need oregano. We didn't do the oregano. Where's the oregano? Okay. So we've got our 3 tablespoons of olive oil, 1 tablespoon of kosher salt, a couple of pinches of pepper, 3 tablespoons of olive oil, 2 juice of 2 lemons, 1 tablespoon of dried oregano. Set this aside as well. You're going to need it again. Now we need mustard. We're going to do approximately a tablespoon of mustard. I'm just going to do it over the sink because I have a habit of dropping, spilling it out, overfilling. I'd rather overfill than not have enough. We'll see if this is enough. I'd say more. Whoops. Just got mustard on my hands. That's fine. Did any come out? I still think it needs more. Because remember, some is going to stay on the spoon too, okay? And if you get just a little bit more, that's okay. I'm tilting the spoon and it's falling out. That's what's happening. What do you think?
A little bit, just a little bit.
I think so too. But I'm on an angle. Let me go here.
Yeah.
Sorry. So I was trying to fill this spoon on an angle, and I was also tilting the spoon. So let's try this again because it's not. The spoon is not completely full. So give me a second. That's why I like putting excess to make sure that I get. That's pretty good. Even if it's just a touch more, it's okay. So put this in your food processor. You're going to have to help it out. Okay. Set your spoon aside. You're going to need it again and your mustard. But now I've got mustard all over my hands, so hold on. Okay, now, garlic. Greeks love their garlic. I've got a whole bunch of garlic here. I'm going to save some for the lamb. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How much is left? 1, 2. A little one. We're not even going to count that. We're just going to throw it in. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'll save these ones for the lamb. So I'm going to put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cloves of garlic. 1, 2, 3, hold on, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll save 8. No, you know what? I'll put 8 cloves in the sauce for the potatoes. And 8 for the lamb. Okay? So, and this is to taste. Let's pulse this. really smooth paste, so I'm just gonna dip my finger in and see. Pretty good, but I'm gonna give it one more pulse. Okay, now I have my, I'm making a mess. I have my potatoes in water. Hold on, I'm just wiping up some mustard and stuff off the counter. Okay, so take your humongous roasting pan, set it in front of you, and put your potatoes in your roasting pan. Just throw them in. Let the excess water drip off. And there's a faster way to do this. Hold on. Let's dip the bowl and get rid of all this water. Whoops, I'm gonna lose some, I can feel it. Okay. So I'm just continuing to add potatoes. Now, I did 15 potatoes. Like I said, this is a big meal, okay? And in Greek homes, I've mentioned this before, even if you're feeding 40, you kind of cook for 100. But if you're having dinner guests, a nice, party of, I don't know, 6 or 8 people, you want to have enough potatoes, right? Of course, you're going to serve other things too, like salad and maybe some hors d'oeuvres and dessert, but still, you might have somebody who wants a few potatoes on their plate, like quite a few, right? Okay, one of my bowls is empty. Let me do the other one. If you don't want to do 15 potatoes, do 12. Do 10. And don't worry about the ratio of mustard and lemon. Even if you do 10 potatoes, well, I don't know, we like lemony garlic potatoes. We're Greek. So it wouldn't bother me if there was a more garlicky or more lemony or more mustardy taste. Okay, just getting the last few potatoes. So basically, for those who cannot see, this roasting pan is full. More than half is full of potatoes. Meaning in height. Okay, all our potatoes are in. Use your impeccably clean hands. Take your food processor bowl and dump all the contents in the potatoes. I'm just pushing whatever's on the blade off, and I'm also going to stick my fingers in and push out anything left in the container of the food processor. Now take your clean, impeccably hands and mix all the potatoes up with this sauce you just made. Lemon, mustard, garlic, oregano, salt, pepper. I don't think we put anything else. I don't remember. Garlic, oregano, salt, pepper, lemon, and mustard. Oh, and a little bit of olive oil. just keep tossing them and make sure they're all coated. So I'm just tossing and turning and throwing up in the air, not too... That's it. Your potatoes are ready. Make sure that you try to get an even... It's potatoes, for God's sakes. Like, you're not going to get totally even. But, you know, try to even them out. Make a nice surface. Let's wash our hands. Now, I'm just gonna cover my potatoes just for a bit until we get the lamb ready. I'm gonna put it back on the stovetop. Now, I've already cleaned my counter before we started. Pardon me. I'm gonna replace my container of my food processor and the blade. And here we go again. Take your lemon juice of 1 lemon here. I used a huge lemon. Pour it into your container, your food processor container. Your 1/4 cup or 50 ml. I did 60 ml. I just did a 1/4 cup of olive oil. Okay. So we've got olive oil and lemon juice. Your 4 cloves of garlic. In they go. Okay. I've got 50 grams of butter. Throw that in. Okay. This is my spoon that I used for the mustard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's do the mustard since I grabbed that. No, actually, I want to do these things first. I had another spoon.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, thank you very much. So we're all excited about this recipe because, like I said, we're Greek. We love our lamb. So here we go again. I tried to put the spoon without opening the cap into the salt, the jar of salt. So here we go again. A tablespoon of kosher salt in your food processor. Now we're done with the salt. We can get rid of it. Okay, now we're gonna do oregano, another tablespoon of dried, and if you can get Greek, I'm sorry, but I am gonna toot my lamb's horn. Greek oregano, buy it, and then you'll say, oh, she's not just being a proud Greek. The smell is impeccable, and especially if you get it wild, meaning somebody picked it and brought it for you. But in a supermarket, try to get product of Greek oregano. The smell is impeccable. Okay, so a tablespoon of salt, a tablespoon of oregano, of course, a couple of pinches of pepper. We've got our 4 cloves of garlic, 50 grams of salt, 60 ml of olive oil, and juice of 1 lemon. 1 pinch of pepper, 2 pinches of pepper. Okay, pepper's done. All we have left now is our mustard. So here we go again. Hold on. Gonna fill up the spoon. I'm like pushing with all my might, but it's got a tiny hole, this. see where we are. Huh?
You're good.
You're good. It's a little more. Who cares? We like it. In goes your 1 tablespoon of mustard. And I'm pushing it in with my hands. Alrighty. We're basically finished with all our ingredients except our lamb and the extra garlic. Hold on, I made a mess of the counter. Okay. Let's pulse this into a nice smooth sauce. Let's test. Needs a little bit more. I can feel pieces of garlic. Test again. And give it one more pulse. Alrighty. Let's set this aside. Let's just give our counter a little bit of a wipe. I've cleaned my counters before we started. I disinfected. I let them dry. But I just spilled a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm just getting rid of whatever's on here. Okay. All you should have on your counter now is your extra garlic, your lamb, and a sharp knife. So I have my lamb covered in plastic wrap on a plate. Take it off the plate, put it directly on your counter or a cutting board, whatever you fancy. This is a leg of lamb that the butcher, unfortunately, he forgot to tell my husband to tell him not to cut it into serving portions, and he did, but it doesn't matter. This is still gonna work. So, pick up a piece of garlic and your knife and cut your garlic lengthwise into 3 or 4 pieces depending on how big they are. Like this one is pretty big, so I'm going to cut it into 4. Okay? Now, take the edge of the knife, find a nice piece of meat, chunky piece of meat, and make a deep slit. Deep slit. Just enough to fit one of your pieces of garlic inside. Push it in. Move somewhere on the same piece of meat. Move somewhere else, maybe further down. Make a slit. I made one horizontally. Now I'm making, I made one, well, I can't get in there. Forget that one. Here, I'm going to put one here. Just go all over and stick pieces of garlic into your lamb. Now, some people put salt and pepper in here too. I'm not going to. Okay, I'm moving to another piece. Catching bone there, so let's move here. And nice piece of meat there. Throw another piece of garlic in. So, you're going to go around your lamb wherever you feel nice, thick pieces of meat. Do I have another one? Yeah, I do. Throw pieces in. I want to get some in this little piece here, but we'll turn it later. Where else? I could get one in there. So, take another piece of garlic. I'm going to cut a slice off. I don't need to cut this, see in there? In there, okay. Let's turn this guy over. I could put one there. So basically, guys, I'm feeling with my hands. Whoops, I went right through there. That's okay. Try not to go through the meat like I just did. Okay. Let me get some in there. So again, I'm feeling with the meat. I felt a flap of meat. I lifted the flap of meat up. Is this fat?
With fat.
With fat, yeah. And I made another hole. I even stick my finger in the hole. And cut another piece of garlic. And I'm going to stick it in there. There we have. There. No. There I have. Let's turn him over. Okay, let's turn it over. Now we've got a lot of meat to work with. So this is where most of your garlic is going to go, on this side that has more of the meat. So I just found a little area and I'm sticking a piece of garlic in. Don't worry if it doesn't go like in and it falls out during the cooking. It's okay. Try to do your best. I just stuck this guy sort of in the fat under the skin. Alrighty. Let's prepare some garlic so we can have them ready. So I'm gonna cut one slice. This one's big. Let's cut it in three slices. So one piece of garlic now. I'm cutting into like 5 because it's huge or whatever. If they're a little bit bigger, it's okay. It's not a big deal. Get another one. You're going to use as much as you want, but try to get garlic, you know. I don't know. I can't. It's really up to you. We like a lot of garlic in our lamb. Okay, I've got quite a few slices cut up. So, I'm going to start opening slits. Stick a garlic in. Move a little bit, a couple of finger, maybe about an inch away, I would say. Make another slit. Throw another piece of garlic in. Move a couple of an inch away. Make another slit. That one, I made a big slit, so I'll throw 2 pieces in that one because I made a big slit there by accident. Excuse me. So use a sharp knife, but you know, don't make your slits too deep because I just made one really deep and that's not good. Only because the garlic is going to fall out. So I'm just kind of going across the leg and sticking pieces of garlic all the way to the edge of it. Okay, let's go a little bit here. We're almost done, don't worry. Getting there. I don't think I'm going to use all the garlic. Just found a little tiny piece of bone sticking, so I removed it. This is just going to give taste and fragrance. Ugh. Sometimes you try to make a hole and you find bone. So move on to another spot. Should put some there. I know. But I have a small piece. Let's put a small piece here. Oops.
Έχεις και μπροστά περιθώριο να βάλεις αν θες.
So my cameraman's just telling me in Greek that I have room to put in the front of the lamb. But you're going to feel with your hands. You're going to feel. I'm going to turn him around a little bit Let's go over here. There's a nice big fat chunk of meat. Do I have one there? No. So I'm kind of on the side of the lamb now. The side of the, not the lamb, the leg of lamb. This is a leg of lamb. Make sure you get with bone. Do not get, for this recipe, do not get boneless. The bones are what's going to give the taste. I ran out of garlic, so I'm slicing up another piece. Now I'll put that one in the bag. How many do I have left? See, I've only got 2 left. So, yeah, maybe this will be enough. All right, so let's go to the fat part. I put one there. Let's put one there. Oh, nice big chunk of meat there. Shove it in. So I'm feeling with my hands, making holes and shoving the garlic in. And it's nice on the side because you can put your knife facing your counter, like with the blade flat on your counter and pushing them in. Going at the bottom, see here, all the way at the bottom towards the counter, there's so much meat here. So I'm gonna poke my blade, whoops, I'm sorry, and stick garlic in. So for sighted people, they can see what I'm doing, and for blind people, seriously, guys, it's what I'm saying. Make slits and just throw. I'd like to get some in there.
Yeah, you can do that.
I'm just gonna get some in there. There's a part that's just kind of open, I guess, where the butcher's made the cut. And it's pretty deep, so I'm gonna put 2 in there. Just make slits and throw garlic in your slits. Should I put one there? Oh, I'm gonna put one there. Oh, I found another piece. That's okay. Alrighty. I see a spot that I'd like a piece. Do I have any more?
Yeah, you have one more.
Nice big area here. Whoops, whoops, whoops.
Nice.
Think I should put more?
No, you have one more piece.
Yeah, let's put it. We love garlic. And I see here, if I could get some in here. So I found a spot where we haven't made a slit. Okay. So now I'm searching with my hand. Look at this. And put one in there, eh?
Sure.
Let's cut a piece. So I'm what did I do with my knife? So I'm searching the lamb with my fingers. And wherever I do not feel, I mean, you don't want your slits too close together. But you feel a nice big fat chunk of meat, make a slit, even if it's fat as well. Don't worry about it. Okay?
You can put one there.
Here, eh?
No, right there. The first
here?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit thin. Unless I go...
Make a small little pocket.
Yeah.
Nice.
I did like a flat sort of slit. Let's see, can I fit this in there? Yeah, where did it go? Lost it.
I lost it too.
But I went right through. Alrighty.
Okay.
That one has garlic right there.
Yeah. There.
You know what? Leave my knife there.
True.
Alrighty, we got it under. Okay. Let's see. Put one here. No, there's one there. 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 There is, there. I've got two pieces of garlic left.
Oh, you can put one there.
Here.
Yeah.
It's bone. There's bone there. Unless I make another. See, and there's...
A sideways.
Yeah. Actually, I just found an open slit.
Nice.
It's probably skin and fat, but that's okay. We're going to stick
It's meat.
one in there.
Meat. Nice.
I think my cameraman is getting hungry. Told you, we're Greek. We love our lamb. Alrighty. All the garlic is in. So now, let's flip to the other side. The meaty side. Open up your food processor. I took the blade out, and whatever's on the blade, I'm putting on the meat. Take a little bit with your fingers and massage it into the meat. You want to get this everywhere. Again, I'm taking with my fingers. Even in the if you feel like slits with your fingers, just throw it in. You want to uncover that for me? Mm-hmm. Because I don't want to lose any of my ingredients, I'm going to move over to my... Sorry guys, we got cut off by accident. So I'm putting the sauce from the container on the meat. I put it on one side, but I don't want to get it on the... I don't want to get it on the counter because I don't want to clean it up. I don't want to lose too much. So I put it on my potatoes, and I'm going to bring the container next to me, dip my fingers in on the meat, and massage it. And actually, I'm going to let some drip off. And now I'm going to massage it into the meat everywhere. I'm going to flip again. And I'm going to dump what's on here. I'm spreading it everywhere with my hands. Some is going to fall on your potatoes. Don't worry.
Watery mouth.
Okay. Your mixture should feel oily and spice. There should be spices everywhere. And it should feel all... I'm just pouring whatever's left. My hands, again, sticking my fingers in the slits, under flaps of meat, trying to get it all in. Flip one more time. Massage it well. Okay, that's it. Your meat is ready. I'm going to get the guck off my hands. My hands are full of... Are you okay?
A little bit.
I'm going to get this guck off my hands. I've got mustard lemon oil on my hands. I hope do you think it stopped right there? So something happened, a phone call actually came in, and the camera stopped. Mm-hmm. Victor was calling me for some reason, but I couldn't answer him right now. So I hope we didn't lose too much. I was massaging the meat, putting it.
It stopped when you picked up the meat and you placed it on the potatoes.
There you go. So now we preheated our oven, 320 degrees Fahrenheit. We've got everything in our pan. Take parchment paper. Mm-hmm. I don't know, it's a little hot back there. I don't want it. The counter's dirty.
It's okay, it's right here.
Put parchment paper on top of your pan. Make sure that the parchment paper covers your pan. You can't seal your pan with parchment paper. I just want you to make sure that it's covered. And then you're gonna take aluminum foil. I'd rather use this one because it's a bigger one. Is it gonna be too big? No.
Why don't you use this one?
No, you have to put aluminum first. But this isn't gonna cover the width of the pan.
It needs two.
I know. I didn't want to put two. I wanted to put one almost, but that's okay. We're gonna cut one piece. Lay it on top of your parchment paper. This one is short. Cut another piece. Lay it on the other side. So now you've got two pieces of one huge piece of parchment paper, and you've got tin foil over your parchment paper. Seal, scrunch your paper, your aluminum foil. Scrunch it all around and try to seal really well. So I'm going around and I'm squeezing. If you now, from all the scrunching and pulling, a little bit of my parchment paper was pulled, and I can feel it with my finger, but I can't pull it. It doesn't pull because I've sealed it on the other side. That's okay. We're gonna add a little bit more. And make a seal. The parchment paper is more for if it touches your lamb, it's not gonna stick all over the tin foil. So I'm just going around and making sure I've got a good seal. Sorry guys, I'm concentrating. Sorry, I'm just gonna turn around the pan because it's easier to do it like this. So I'm scrunching over the edge of the thing. Where's the cap? What did I do with the cap?
There you go.
Cap your, even though you've got aluminum foil and all that stuff, put your cap on top. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. We're gonna bake in the middle of the oven, air forced fan, or convect bake, or quick bake, whatever you wanna call it. Okay, put it in. It's good, right? 2 to 3 hours. Plenty of time to clean up. Plenty of time to maybe make salad.
1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour.
3 hours I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna probably check it around the 2 hour mark. But I put 3 hours on the clock. Time enough, like I said, clean up, make dessert. If you make a salad, you want to make some rice as well, whatever you want to do, go get ready so you can look pretty for your guests. This is the time to do it. So remember, if you want to serve dinner at 6, you need about 3 to 3.5 hours. So anywhere between 2.5 to 3.5 hours, because we're also going to uncover it later and continue baking at a higher temperature. Okay? You need about 2 to 3 hours to start. So this is a meal. You're going to figure out what time you want to serve dinner. You want to serve dinner at 6. You want this to come out of the oven around 5:45 to 6. You need about half an hour without the covers. So 6:15, 5:15, 4:15. So 3:15 it should be in the oven. So that it can be ready for 6 o'clock, okay? So we'll be back in a few hours. See you then. Guys, we're back. Zoe's brain is not thinking today. This is why you guys love me though, because I'm real. I could have edited this out and fixed it, blah, blah, blah. I'm not gonna bother. I've took our lamb and potatoes out of the oven. It's only been in for 10 minutes. I've uncovered it. I forgot to add water. So I'm just gonna grab a glass, just a regular glass, fill it up with water. I'm so sorry. I don't know where my brain is. Do not pour the water on your meat. Pour the water around your meat. Around your meat. Just a glass of water, okay? I got some on the meat, didn't I?
No.
Okay, just a glass of water. Now, I've got to recover, which is kind of good because my parchment paper was out of place. So now I have a second chance to do it. And while I'm doing this, I'm going to tell you another ingredient that I forgot. Does it matter that I forgot it? This is too big. Should be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When we made the sauce for the lamb, I put parchment paper on my pan, and I'm cutting a big, humongous piece of tin foil. I opened up my big box that has, it's a bigger tin foil size. Yes. Now we're laughing. Okay, I'm gonna start scrunching. I want to make sure that my parchment paper is in place. I'm holding it on one side so I don't lose it again. So now we've got an even better seal. So when we made the sauce for the lamb, we should have added 1 chicken bouillon cube as well. So remember, we added into the food processor, we added in garlic, lemon juice, mustard, oregano, salt, olive oil, butter. Remember? We were supposed to add a chicken cube. I forgot. It was on the counter, but because it was tiny, neither the cameraman nor I saw it. We didn't mention it in the ingredients at the beginning. We didn't, I gotta turn the pan now. Hold on. And as we turned off the camera and I was gonna start cleaning, we saw it. Actually, I didn't see it. My cameraman saw it. But I would have seen it. But anyways. So we forgot the chicken bouillon cube. Please go ahead and put it in. If you don't want to put it in, you don't have to. The traditional Greek. There we go. The traditional Greek, I'm going to put it back in the oven. It's better sealed than before. And remember, I forgot. See, what's wrong with my brain today? Hold on. I need to put the lid on top of the tin foil and parchment paper. I don't know what's wrong with me today. I'm forgetting things. Okay, we're good.
Mm-hmm.
Now we leave it in. I didn't even stop the timer. We took it out for a few minutes just to add the water and reseal it. So you put the meat on top of your potatoes. You add a glass of water around, parchment paper on top, aluminum foil on top, cap of the roasting pan on top, seal well, put it in your oven. If you want to add the cube, it just gives the lamb more flavor. Traditional Greek is garlic, oregano, lemon, salt, pepper, mustard, oil, etc. So, is our lamb Not going to turn out fantastic because we forgot to add the chicken cube? Absolutely not. It's going to be fantastic. It will be in the ingredients. If you have it and you remember it, use it. See you in a few hours. Okay, guys, the 3 hours is up. I didn't make any more mistakes. Hold on, let me turn off the timer. Alrighty. Now, I'm going to take it out of the oven to open it up because if I try to do it in the oven, I'm going to burn myself. Okay, so I'm going to, ooh, hot, hot, hot. So, we're going to take it out of the oven. We're going to close the oven at this point. And now we're going to bring up the temperature to 390 or 395. It's up to you. You watching?
Mm-hmm.
325, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90. Okay, 390. It's it actually from Celsius it translates to 392. I've told you guys before in the past. I don't have mine goes in increments of 5. If I had switched my oven to Celsius, which I can do, then I would have did 160 for the 3 hours, and I forget what it is now in 200 Celsius for the half hour. But I don't remember how to switch it. Husband happens not to be home. The rest of us don't remember. So I'm gonna I have my gloves on. I'm gonna remove the cap. We don't need it. Can you pass me a knife?
Mm-hmm.
I forgot to get one. Okay, because this is sealed and it's very hot and there's a lot of steam, I'm just gonna make a cut, if I can, somewhere. Okay, I've made a cut, so I'm going to pull off the tin foil. We still have the parchment paper at the bottom, but I'm pulling off pieces.
It's like a Christmas present.
Huh?
It's like a Christmas
Yeah.
present.
And I can still feel steam, but I'm being careful. You don't no longer need this, okay? So you're gonna throw these pieces out. Let's see if I can grab a piece there. See, I can feel the steam.
Mm-hmm.
Try to pull away from yourself. There we go.
Nice.
And I can feel the parchment paper wet. Is there any more? No? Let's leave that there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see. Where's the meat? I'm just gonna... Ooh, the meat. Look at that, Zaf.
I know. Can we stop filming and start eating?
Yeah, so I'm poking the meat with the knife, and it's just sliding in. See the potatoes. The potatoes are really done. Okay, so we're gonna put it back in the oven for half an hour. It's just to give your potatoes might be a little overdone. Maybe I should have cut so the potatoes are cut in wedges. I maybe should have cut my potatoes a little bit larger. That's okay. It's still gonna be really good. So we're gonna put this back in the oven at the higher temperature. Now, I think my oven hasn't reached the highest temperature because it didn't beep at me. When it reaches that temperature, it will beep. So I'm going to set the timer for half an hour. Hold on.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes, 7, 8 minutes, 9 minutes, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 25, 20, 20, 28, 20, 30 minutes.
Okay. I'm going to press start even though my oven, it should almost be at the temperature I want. I'm still going to press the half hour. So, half an hour on the clock. I just want to remind you, don't forget the water like I did. And I'm also going to remind you that if you want to put the chicken bouillon cube, I did make a lot of mistakes today, and I'm so sorry about that. I forgot two things, the water and the chicken cube. Again, this is, the whole house smells amazing. Mm-hmm. So the fact that the chicken cube is not there, really, it's not, it's still going to be so delicious. And the meat is going to be fall off the bone.
Oh, man.
Potatoes a little overdone, but that's okay. Again, cut them large. So maybe a potato, maybe cut it into four, like cut your potato into four instead of, you know, whatever. That's it. We'll be back in half an hour to take our food out and serve. See you in a bit. You might have heard at the end of that, I said, we'll be back. And then I went, oh, I don't know if the camera caught it. Do not put the cap on. I just want to mention, because the sighted people, okay, they saw, but for those of you watching who are blind, don't put your cap back on. We're baking the half hour uncovered, okay? Okay, now see you in a half an hour. Sorry for the third mistake. Okay, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. 3, 2, 1. Let's turn off our oven. Turn off the timer. Let's get our delicious leg of lamb, bone in, mustard, lemon, garlic sauce.
Oh, boy.
Potatoes, sizzling. Πήρε καθόλου χρώμα.
Αν πήρε, λέει, και πατατούλες και όλα.
Alrighty, our food is ready, but
I'm so happy.
it's still.
Yes, I know, I'm dying here.
Oh my gosh, I'm going to cap it now.
No,
and
leave
I'm gonna...
it a little bit more so we can smell.
Yeah, the whole house smells like it. I'm gonna cap it and just let it sit. We want it to let it
rest a little bit.
Rest a little.
Yeah.
Let the juices distribute into the meat for about, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes. And then we can serve it. So we'll be back. Okay, guys. So our food sat for about maybe half an hour. It's still nice and hot. It's nice and warm. I've served on a plate here about, I don't know, 10 potatoes. You can serve as much as you want. This is for my mom. This is how much she wanted. With a piece of lamb. I have to tell you that the lamb is fall off the bone. My mom easily went through it with the knife. Like, believe me, you guys are going to thank me for this recipe. It's fall off the bone. It smells amazing. I didn't taste any. My husband tasted a potato. I don't know. It smells amazing. Anyhow, that's it. Lamb and baked potatoes in the oven. Very easy. Wonderful. Greek. Excellent. Don't forget the water like I did. Don't forget the bouillon cube. But if you do, it's okay. At least for the bouillon cube. But don't forget the water. Okay, guys. We're off to have dinner. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. See you next week. Love you as always. Bye, everybody.
Let's eat.
I am your host, Zoe Fiogos. With sincere love and gratitude, I thank you for watching Zoe's Blind Kitchen Corner.